Radical. I got some breaking news that I couldn't be happier to report on. A couple days ago, I talked about some comments made by Christopher Nolan, director of movies like Batman, The Dark Knight trilogy, and Oppenheimer, and how he talked about how there is a danger in losing our movies. When you lose physical media that contains these movies, and you are at the mercy of these streaming networks to watch your movies. We talked about that nightmare scenario and how it was all but insured. But now, days later after I upload that, I'm not all that sure. Because you see, there's one thing that these companies will listen to. There's a voice that they will listen to louder than anything else. It's the voice in the almighty dollar. That's a loud voice right there. And whenever you hear sold out on something, that means there's a lot of consumer demand. I'm pretty shocked to read this, but there's a statement from Universal on it. Apparently, the Oppenheimer 4K Blu-ray has sold out. It's not sitting rotten on store shelves. It has straight up sold out. Universal had a statement. They said, "We are happy so many consumers are embracing Oppenheimer in 4K Ultra HD and understand that some retailers may currently be out of stock. Universal is working to replenish those retailers as quickly as possible so fans can watch the film at home in the best picture quality possible." The key is that last sentence, the best picture quality possible. Streaming network that stream movies. Yeah, you can watch it, but you're not watching it as it was intended to be watched. Listen to a CD. You can tell the little differences between the acoustic reproduction of the CD and the low bitrate quality on these streaming platforms. Streaming will never be the exact same quality that it can be on physical media because everything is compressed for the internet. You're not getting it as it was intended to be enjoyed. So after hearing this, I know Barbie, didn't that recently come out also? I haven't checked on sales of Barbie, but the two big hits of the summer that basically put asses in seats, they brought back a lot of people to the theaters, those two movies. So not only are they bringing people back to the theaters, which is good to hear, because during the pandemic, a lot of people just went home and watched the movie. That's not the same thing either. Sitting at home, even watching it on your 80-inch TV, yeah, it's convenient. But it's not the same experience as going out into the actual public. Public! I don't want to go into public anymore. I fear. No, public? People used to actually go out in public before the pandemic. You remember that? People actually used to go out in places and mingle and talk to each other. But people are actually starting to go back to the movies. And I think through the comments of Christopher Nolan, and you could also say, well, wait a second. They have invested interest to make those comments because they were just about to release Oppenheimer on 4K Blu-ray. Maybe the two things are connected. Okay, fair enough. Maybe they just wanted to hype up and get some sales for Oppenheimer, but it's a good thing. Because if they see that Oppenheimer is selling out, and you see that there's a lot of money to be made in these big releases, then that might actually, in the years in the future, cause these retailers to rethink getting rid of all their DVDs, getting rid of all their Blu-rays specifically. We might have a resurgence back into physical media. Hopefully that's what's going to happen. Do I still think the future is bleak for physical media? Personally, yeah, I do. But this right here gives me a small, teeny tiny glimmer of hope